Hi, Nick Collier here, and this is my shop. Come join me. We'll have some fun. Hey, Nick Collier here, and it's, what is it, August 3rd or 4th, 2015. You may actually not see this video for a year or two, although I could finish this in a week. Depends on how excited I get about it, and because this is total play here. Probably 10 years ago, it might even have been longer, I went to a garage sale and here's this hoop, steel hoop, and it's about probably 1/4 inch, maybe 3/8, and it's the ring on the outside of a wagon wheel. And the guy wanted 10 bucks for it. I just snapped it up. I knew I was going to do something with it. It's been hanging in my shop for, as I said, 10 or more years. And I finally came up with some kind of an approach to make a wall hanging, a big wall hanging. But I've got this one kind of bare wall that I want to, dress up a little bit and make look a little fun. So the other day, I'm digging these little short pier holes for the RV down below. And I happened to put the shovel in, and whang, it hit a piece of metal, and I went, wow, a piece of metal. You know, me, metal monger. I'm like, yay, a piece of metal. But I'm thinking, okay, it's some little scrap, the size of a pack of cigarettes or something like that. So I kind of reached the shovel down and kind of moved things around. And this material was about 1 inch underground. And I thought, wow, what is that? And so I kind of opened it up a little further, and all of a sudden I started seeing serrated edges. And what I pulled out is this old misery whip. Who knows how long it had been there? I mean, I've been here 30 years almost, and I never saw it. I'm guessing maybe another 30 years it was there. Somebody actually used this misery whip. Or maybe they, just had it and left it lay there, and the pine needles and stuff covered it over. But, so this is number 2 in this series of construction. And we're going to be back in a minute, and I'll show you what I have in mind. So I'm still not positive what I'm going to do with it, but my intent was, okay, what if we put this saw blade sideways like this and kind of began the process of creating design inside or beyond this circle. And then afterwards I thought, wow, what about if we flip this thing up on its edge and weld it in place something like right about there or so. Now what I came to immediately was it's a little floppy. So it needs to be straightened out somehow. And I think what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to come in with a piece of square stock or round stock, I'm not sure just yet what, and tack weld it to the round stock so that we have a nice straight edge going all the way out. And then mount it to the ring. So right now we're just kind of playing with design, and let's figure out what we're going to do. Can you see me? Maybe you can. Okay, I got a little crazy. It's a couple of hours later. I came up with something I think is going to be pretty cool. So let's have a look. I just kind of went out into my scrap pile and started looking around, and came up with some square stock that looked pretty good. Now it's all rusty and everything, but that's part of the ambiance. And so I just kind of cut them to fit, bring that in there like that, and this last one in like this, and then space these apart just right. Something like that. All right, and then I went and rolled a piece of material so that I got a nice arch in it. And we'll drop that in right about there. And drop this next one in somewhere close to there. And the next one close to there. And the next one there. Oh man, that looks pretty good like it is. And you know, the saw was cool and everything, but it didn't work with this piece. This looks good. But it's missing just a little bit more. It needs a little bit more help someplace. And so I went and got a piece of madrone out of my madrone stack, and I came in and cut just a little piece that kind of goes with that, creates a nice negative space right here. And I'm thinking something out here, but I don't know quite what yet. But I'm excited about this madrone, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to finish it, plane it, sand it, round the edges a bit, and come up with something that has a nice, nice look to it. This has got just a perfect, beautiful grain to it. All right, once again, we're going to slide this in place, and you have to understand, this is part of the table, this piece of stainless. So this slides right in there, and I think that looks pretty good. And we may just end up with that alone. So the next part of this operation is to come in and weld up all of these angles and joints and that whole thing. And I think we're going to do that after lunch. We may be able to have this thing done today. All right, so we're not going to go to lunch. We're pretty jazzed about doing this, and probably the next part is to go ahead and varnish this piece of wood, because it's going to be an outdoor piece and it's definitely going to need to be protected. So what I'm doing is I'm taking 50% spar varnish and 50% paint thinner and making a really thin batch. And that's so that the varnish can soak in. We're going to do the backside first, because we definitely want the backside to be protected. It doesn't really matter what it looks like, it just wants to have a coating on it. All right, that's good for that. Now what we want to do is flip this up on its end and do this, the side that's going to go against the metal. It definitely needs to be protected. But again, it doesn't really matter what it looks like because it's not going to be visible. And then the front side. This is where the beauty comes in. All right. Yeah, that's going to look good. We've probably got about 3 or 4 more coats to put on here before it actually starts to have a sheen to it. But this is a good start. Once this dries, it's going to dry pretty flat. But the second coat will go on and it'll be better, and the third coat will even be better, and even if I get to a fourth coat. So we'll be back after lunch this time. Okay, Nick Collier here, and we're pretty well done with this baby. It came out pretty good. Now, I'm going to take it into town this weekend. We've got a little kind of an art thing here in town, and I'm a part of that. So later on today, I'm probably going to weld these legs to the piece here so that I have something for it to stand on, something good and solid for it to stand on. So, you know, people don't knock it over and get hurt. Because it probably weighs about almost 100 pounds. So it came out good. I'm pleased with it. You know, hey, there we are. What we're going to do right now is we're going to take it down to where it's actually going to live. Well, that is, of course, unless I sell it at this art show this weekend. But, you know, the odds of that are, you know, let's say 50-50 just to be safe. Otherwise, it's going to live on the side of this building, and let's roll it down there and see how things are going to come out. Take it up, get the stand out of the way. I mean, since it is a wagon wheel, I guess we can roll it down, can't we? All right, I'll be back. Okay, we rolled it down the first part of the hill. Hopefully it doesn't get away from me. Okay, that's pretty much where it's going to sit, kind of right in the middle of that wall there, up about another 2 or 3 feet. So now we have to go get the tools to install it. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, there it is. I still haven't decided what position I want it in, but we'll let it hang there. I'm going to go move it around a little bit right now, but then we'll just kind of leave it in different positions, and all of a sudden one day it'll find its right place. Well, what do you think? That first one was position 1. This is position 2. Position 3, and we'll take it on over and see what the 4th position looks like, and then maybe flip it all the way around and see what that looks like. I don't know, that one looks pretty good, huh? Yeah, I kind of like that one. You know what? I think I'm just gonna leave it there for now. Okay, YouTube, this was a fun project. We had a great time with it. I thought I was going to be at this for a year or two. I probably got about 6 hours in it, and it came out pretty good. And this is where it's actually going to live. So we're there. And this is Nick Collier checking out.